Well, hello and welcome back to another football shirt video. So, in my last video we took a look at shirts that have not yet released, but in this video we're going to look at shirts that have already released throughout the years, and just shirts that are on my bucket list really, my football shirt bucket list. So you can think of this list as, say I won the lottery tomorrow, these are the first shirts that I would look at purchasing to add to my collection. Every football shirt I buy is one that I'd look to wear, apart from a few certain shirts here and there, such as match-worn shirts. But yeah, if it's not a match-worn shirt, it's a shirt that I'd like to wear. So I'm going to start off with the first shirt on my bucket list, the highest one that I'm looking to purchase, and that is the 21-22 Nottingham Forest home shirt. Now, I'm always in the market for a Nottingham Forest shirt, but this one in particular is the one that I want to buy the most. Now, if you've watched my videos before, you can see right there, I have the shirt already, but the one I've got framed was signed by most players of that promotion winning season, and I was a big fan of the shirt then, and I want a copy that I can wear. So I'd like to add another one to my collection. I wouldn't mind with a name set, maybe a Jed Spence or a Brennan Johnson, James Garner, Ryan Yates, but it's definitely a shirt that's on the top of my bucket list at the moment. It's got a very nice diamond design, some nice shiny material, macron cooked with the shirt, so yeah. If there's any shirt that I'm looking for, it's going to be this one. And then we're just going to go through some, foreign club side shirts, and then we'll finish off with some international shirts. The first foreign club we're going to look at is Ajax and their 23-24 home shirt. Now, I think this is a lovely home shirt. It does everything that I like in a football kit. It has the centralized logos, and it's a very clean color scheme with a very nice cuff and collar design as well. But the main thing that's drawn me to this shirt is the stripes within the red element of the shirt. Across the body, they've got these sublimated red stripes, which I think look phenomenal. It's a design thing that I'm a really big fan of, and if you've seen any of my kit designing videos, you'll notice that I've tried to use that design in a few of those shirts because I just think it looks wonderful. I think Ajax are a very fashionable club. Well, the next one that I like would be the 22-23 away kit. Now, this, on the face value of it, is just a very plain shirt, but the detailing on the collar and cuffs is absolutely phenomenal. And the whole colour scheme itself is very nice, but yeah, this design on the cuffs and the collar, I'm a big fan of it. Couldn't justify buying the shirt for full price when it was out, just because it is largely plain other than those details, but it's still a very nice kit and something I'd love to pick up at some point. But it's not very high on the list because, well, it is largely a plain shirt. We move out of the Netherlands and over to Greece, and it's Athens Calathea. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's their 22-23 home shirt. Now, since Athens Calathea and Kappa joined forces, they've created some beautiful shirts, and this is no different. Again, it's a very plain shirt, but it just looks phenomenal. It's got a white polo collar and cuffs with some gold and navy detailing on both, as well as gold Kappa logos and a gold Athens Calathea logo as well. It just looks lovely. It's a very smart, very classy shirt, and one that I'd look to add to my collection at some point. I mean, Kappa, they do this quite a lot now. They've got a very specific design language, I feel, when it comes to many of the shirts they're making for these teams. Like some teams like maybe the second division of their country, for Athens Calathea, and Versailles as well, have some nice shirts from Kappa. So yeah, it's a lovely looking kit. Looks very smart in long and short sleeve, it's a belter. It's a belter. And then we're going to quickly dip out of Europe and go over to the Americas with the 2021 Club America third kit. This is beautiful. It's a white shirt with some black illustrations, I guess you could say, across the shirt that represent Aztec art, and it looks lovely. The logo is centralized with the Nike tick. The designs around the logo as well look really nice. The two sponsors, again, not the biggest fan of, but that's how it is in Mexico. But yeah, it's those designs, man. The traditional Aztec-inspired art looks phenomenal. Brilliant shirt. Yeah, they cooked, honestly. I feel like this was the last era of good Nike shirts. They've kind of gone downhill, in my opinion, since then. But this is phenomenal. And from America, we go to Japan with the 92 Gamba Osaka home kit. This is lovely. I originally saw it on an eBay listing. The Gamba boy was very worn, and so was the sponsor. But since then, I've just fallen in love with the shirt. I think it's phenomenal. It's your retro Adidas number, yeah, it just looks wonderful. You'll see a few retro Adidas kits on this list because they have some belters. Again, it's got a sublimated line design throughout the body. I think the Gamble Boy is a very cool logo. The sponsor's decent, and the design on the sleeves is lovely as well. I think all in all, it creates a very nice, very clean looking shirt, and one of my favourite J-League shirts of all time, I would say. We're going to stick with the J-League as we move into the 1999-2002 Kashira Raysol away kit. It's a very interesting shirt design from Umbro, but I'm a big fan of it. I'm not sure what it is I like about the design, to be honest, but I'm just drawn to it. I think the black and the yellow and white and green, some very interesting colour combinations, but it all works really well. Of course, it's a retro kit, so it has that lovely collar and the sort of baggy design that you'd expect from a kit from the 90s to early 2000s. Yeah, I'm just a big fan of it. It might not be the best Kashira Raysol kit, but it's much better than the modern ones, that's for sure. And I just think it looks lovely. The sponsor isn't great, just a massive white block on top of the shirt. But other than that, very, very solid shirt. And we're going to go back to Europe here with two kits because I can't decide which one I like the most. So we've got the 24-25 Basel home and away kit. I think they both look lovely with this sort of flame design, reminiscent of the flag of Basel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's another banger from Macron. Now, Macron do this thing where they put the logos quite high up on the shirt, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but the design's more than make up for it. It's got a lovely collar as well as the nice cuff design, which matches the collar, which I always like. And I think it looks lovely in the Basel home colours, but also looks very cool in the away colours as well. But the away shirt doesn't have that retro collar, which kind of sways me to the home shirt in my opinion. But the Basel badge is out of the shield, which also looks nice. Either way, the designs are very similar. There are some differences between the two shirts, but in my opinion, the home shirt is the better of the two. And then we move back to Germany. I say back to Germany like we've already been to Germany before, but this is the 23-24 FC Cologne Carnival shirt. Wow, what a kit. This is a thing of beauty, in my humble opinion. It takes the, red and white of Cologne and adds this lovely tan, yellow, gold colour. I'm not sure what to describe it as, but I think it looks beautiful. The design within those stripes is very nice. Looks like the goat from the badge stylized within that. And then that crest on the center as well. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head, but it looks cool. And the fact those stripes continue within the red elements of the shirt as well just looks beautiful. It's a banger from Hummel. Sponsor's terrible, cuts through those stripes, but other than that, it is a very nice kit. Looks lovely. Big fan of the badge in the center, as I've said. And it comes in a cool box as well. They've got these very cool stitch elements on the sleeve of the shirt as well, which I think is another brilliant design touch. Big fan of this Cologne kit. I'm probably saying the name wrong and I do apologize for that, but this thing looks wonderful. And we're staying in Germany, but we're going back to the 90s with the 98-99 St. Pauli home shirt. This is wonderful. Just look at it. Thing of beauty. Yes, it's a very nice shirt from Puma and St. Pauli. I'm sad the badge doesn't match the colours, but this was before the era of colour matching badges to shirt designs, so it gets a pass from that. The collar is a very interesting design, almost like your retro polo style collar, but still looks lovely. The Puma badge is a little bit high up for me. I'd have put it between the top two stripes to sort of level it with the Pauli badge, but that's just me. The main feature of the shirt is the brown band across the middle with the Jack Daniel's sponsor slap bang in the centre, which has really sold me on this shirt. It looks lovely. Yeah, it's just your classic late 90s football kit, and I think it's phenomenal. Honestly, can't really fault it. It's one of the quintessential football kits in my opinion. Maybe they could have added some bands on the cuffs to match the collar, but I'm just nitpicking at this point. It is phenomenal. And then we move to a much more modern shirt from Germany, and that is the 23-24 Bayern Munich home kit. I'm a big fan of this. I know it's a very plain shirt, largely white with some red secondary colour for once on a Bayern shirt. The badge is in red as well, which I think looks nice. I think I'd only want this shirt with Kane on the back. I think as a plain kit, not really the biggest fan of it, but with Kane on the back, ooh, beautiful. And then we hop over to Spain and the 21-22 Barcelona third kit. This is my favourite Barcelona shirt of all time. Hands down, I think the design is phenomenal. I did go to Barcelona probably about 2 years ago now, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a year ago. But I saw the shirt in person, it was lovely, but it was only kids and had Ansu Fati on the back. So unfortunately, I couldn't buy it, but it just reinforced that it is probably the best looking Barcelona kit of all time, in my opinion, of course. But yeah, I just love it, man. It keeps the stripes of Barcelona, but with a very unique graphic across the front of the shirt. It's stunning. It truly is an amazing shirt. It's definitely up on the ranking of shirts I'd like to buy because, wow, beautiful. And then we move on to another Barcelona kit, this time from the 16-17 season, and it's the home shirt. And, you know, just take a look at the shirt and guess why I like it. Yep, it's those sublimated lines once again. I said they'd make a return, and they have, this time on this lovely Barcelona shirt. It's a shame the design doesn't continue onto the sleeves. A little bit of an L from Barcelona there, but across the body of the shirt, it's there, it's lovely. Yeah, just looks nice really. There's not much more I can say about it. It's just a nice looking shirt. And then we hop over to Italy and the 94-95 Roma home shirt. Yeah, this is an Asics kit, real classic football shirt. It's even got the bloody laces on the collar. It's wonderful. Now there is a laceless version, I believe, of this shirt, and either would be very nice. But yeah, it's just a very nice classic Roma kit. The design of the shirt from Asics is lovely, with the AS Roma badge, the Asics badge, and just footballs within the sublimated design of the kit. Thing looks wonderful. Huge fan of the collar that says AS Roma on it. Again, I mentioned in my last video I'm not a fan of the wolf's head design, and I'm still not, but it does work for this shirt. I think everything just looks wonderful, and the away kit as well is phenomenal. Probably one of the more expensive shirts on this list, but still very nice. I'm going to stay with AS Roma, the 1920 third shirt. Now, I know this is a very popular kit within the shirt collecting community. It's one of the most popular Roma shirts out there, and for good reason, because it looks beautiful. It's got the classic Nike logo, which is the tick plus the Nike text, and it's in this lovely dark blue navy colour with a sublimated design throughout the shirt, which features both the wolf's head and the ASR badge from years gone by. It has a lovely collar. Not really the biggest fan of this orange element at the front of the shirt, but hey, it still works with the design really well. Collar and cuffs look wonderful. Classic, well, standard Roma badge, I guess you could say. Not really a classic, although technically it is. Either way, very nice looking shirt, but also very expensive at the moment because of how well known and well liked it is. But I think it's for good reason, because it does look very nice. And then we move on to the 98-99 AC Milan home shirt. And for me, this is the quintessential AC Milan shirt. Just look at it. It does everything it needs to do. It's got your classic red and black stripes with the AC Milan and Adidas badge centered between those two black stripes on the front. Lovely little AC Milan tag down at the bottom. The Opal sponsor is pretty iconic with AC Milan in my opinion. And then it's got a lovely retro style collar to top everything off. What a wonderful shirt this is from AC Milan. One of their best. And for me, the quintessential AC Milan kit. It looks wonderful. And we're going to stay in Italy and the 2021 Genoa home shirt. I'm a big fan of Genoa's designs. They're always class, you know, the half and half. Looks lovely. And this is my favourite of the newer versions of that shirt design. Again, it's got some sublimated stripes within the kit. These ones are bigger than those other kits we've looked at, but I still think it looks nice. It's a Kappa kit, so, you know, the Kappa logo is very high up. I wish they'd just move that down a bit to fit with the Genoa badge better. But again, very solid shirt design. Yeah, there's not really much to say about it. The sponsor isn't great, never is on a Genoa shirt. Other than that, it looks nice. Can't really fault it. But then we go from a nice Genoa kit to an absolutely phenomenal one with the 92-93 home shirt. Just look at it. I'll give you a moment. Wow, it is beautiful. Everything about the shirt is great. You know, it's got the design within the shirt of this, like, I'm not really sure what you'd call the pattern, but it looks nice. The old Genoa badge with area. With those collar and cuffs, man, they are something else. It's just a lovely looking shirt. There's not much more I can say. I just really like how it looks. I imagine the fit is quite nice, being an old 90s kit. Collar and cuffs look wonderful. The button does match the manufacturer logo and the sponsor, and a bit of the white on the Genoa badge as well. But that pattern, man, that pattern is phenomenal. So this is the peak Genoa kit for me. You know, the modern one's okay, but this is phenomenal. And we're going to stay in Italy with the 97-98 Fiorentina home shirt. Yeah, it's a Fiorentina kit. And yes, they're sponsored by Nintendo, but just look at it. feeler, absolutely cooked with this shirt. I love everything about it, you know, the Nintendo sponsor, the Fiorentina badge, the fleur-de-lis within the design of the kit itself, along with those sublimated stripes. Just looks wonderful. And then the design on the sleeves, beautiful. And that collar as well, wonderful. It's just a brilliant looking kit. There's not much more I can say. I mean, you'll hear me say this about a lot of shirts in this video, but it just looks really nice. If it looked nice and I think I'd wear it, then I'm game. And this is one of those shirts. I think it looks lovely. We're going to stay in Italy for a little bit longer. Only a few more shirts, I promise. But this is the 24-25 Juventus third shirt. It's the Adidas Originals Juventus kit. It looks wonderful. It looks a lot better without the sponsor. The sponsor does kind of ruin it, despite being a good sponsor in of itself. You know, save the children, we can get behind that. But without the sponsor, this Adidas Originals kit just looks phenomenal. It's got the retro Juve badge, which I think looks brilliant in gold, along with the trefoil. Like, that design within the shirt looks really, really nice. Works really well with the Juve badge as well. Yeah, it's just a really good looking shirt. Collar and cuffs match. They look wonderful. Yeah, everything about this kit is phenomenal. It's one of the best looking shirts released this year. I need to get my hands on it at some point. Just realised the design is actually the modern Juve badge, which is even better. I didn't even notice that to start with, but that looks wonderful. Amazing shirt from Adidas. They've really outdone themselves with most of the Originals range. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the final Italian kit on this list. But they just have some really nice shirts, man. I can't help it. But it's the 21-22 Barry Special Kit. I'll give you a second to look at it. It's very nice, isn't it? Now, my first issue is definitely the collar. Not really sure what's going on there, but I can deal with it. Kappa again, logo a little bit too high for me, but the Barry badge looks very cool. And just the design within the shirt is lovely. It's like a red and a tan almost, like an off-white, which has like an octopus tentacle design in the shirt. Not really sure the significance of the octopus in the design. I've not really looked into it, but it looks really nice. It's got the Kappa taping on the sleeves as well, which is just a cheat code when designing a shirt because that stuff looks wonderful. It's a very nice kit for Barry. They also got an away shirt version, which I'm not really the biggest fan of, but this one looks phenomenal, especially without a sponsor. Okay, we finally make it out of Italy as we move into France, and it's a 21-22 PSG away kit. This is lovely stuff. I didn't really like it originally when it was released, but after looking at the shirt more and more and really, you know, taking the design, it looks nice. It's a largely white shirt with a black stripe down the middle and then two pink stripes on either side, which I like, you know. The PSG badge is centralized between one of those pink stripes and the rest of the kit, and then on either cuff has an alternating color. Very nice looking PSG shirt. Never been a fan of how their line gets chopped in half by the sponsor, but there's not really much you can do about that. But this shirt will look phenomenal with Messi on the back. Not so much on its own. On its own is a nice kit, don't get me wrong, but if I was getting it, it'd have to have Messi on the back, for sure. I'm going to stick with PSG for the 1920 third shirt. Much like the AS Roma kit, it's wonderful, and it has that retro Nike badge that just makes for a really nice looking shirt. It's got these sublimated stripes throughout the design of the shirt, which I think looks really nice. And then it's got a band of blue and red down the left side of the shirt, then with the PSG badge centralized within those two stripes. It looks wonderful, and they didn't chop the stripe in half for the sponsor. So we know it can be done, PSG. Just do it for the rest of your shirts as well. Yeah, this looks very nice, and the collar as well is a very lovely touch. Solid. I think this is the best type of PSG shirt, you know, white with red and blue. Always looks lovely, and this is an example of that. Yeah, we're going to jump away from France. Finally, thank God we weren't there for too long. As we move back to the MLS, back to America, should I say, with the Seattle Sounders 2022 the Jimi Hendrix away shirt. And just look at it. It's beautiful. Now, I do have the Seattle Sounders Bruce Lee kit. I think it's wonderful. And this shirt looks better though. I will say it. This is a better looking shirt. It's just this wonderful like wave-like design throughout the kit. Looks wonderful, but only the authentic version. The authentic version is the best version because you get those orange elements on the cuffs, you get the stars above the badge, which looks really nice as well. And yeah, it's just a very lovely looking shirt. Again, not the biggest fan of the sponsor. Other than that, it's a very lovely looking kit and one that's very sought after by me. I've not been able to find it for a reasonable price. You know, I've seen the standard version, but it's got to be the authentic one, man. It's got to be the full hog. You can't not have elements on a kit. It's got to be the full thing. And we continue our MLS journey as we look at the 2023 St. Louis City home shirt. It's an odd one from me, I will admit. It's a sort of half and half design. from St. Louis, but I think it looks really nice. And this is the shirt from their first season in the MLS where they won the Western Conference, which had never been done before for a new franchise side. But yeah, these are the side I chose to be my MLS team. They're not doing well this season. They've not done well this season. Really wasn't great, but you know, we move. And yeah, I'm just a big fan of the shirt design. Again, it would have to be the authentic version. Not really much more I can say about it, to be honest. It just looks nice. That's really it, you know. Big fan of the colour scheme. You don't really see a pink shirt anymore, so that's a bonus point for it. But then the half and half design looks nice, and so does the cuff and collar as well. So yeah, solid MLS kit. I mean, the MLS always do shirts well, and this is just another example of that. And we're going to stick with the MLS as we go to the 2024 LA Galaxy third shirt. Look at it. Drink it in, because it is a beautiful looking kit. So Adidas released quite a few of these third shirts for MLS teams, and they're all very nice, but this is my favourite of the load. Look at it, man. It has to be the authentic version, because just look at how nice that is. Look at it, man. It's based off of a retro shirt from the 1996 season, but brought into the modern era and looks really nice. My favourite design element of the shirt, though, is definitely that central stripe, where they take the stars from the new LA Galaxy badge and put them across the centre of the shirt. I think it looks lovely. The old LA Galaxy badge as well is just phenomenal. Looks really nice. And then having LA Galaxy in place of a sponsor as well looks wonderful. Never actually noticed the LA within LA Galaxy. I'm not really a fan of the red elements of the shirt. I'm not sure why they went red. Probably to do with the original kit, but yeah, other than that, it's a very solid shirt. My favourite of the MLS third kits this season. It's wonderful. But Sporting Kansas City as well also has a really nice one, which would be a close second, but it's not on this list because this is the one I want. I'm going to keep in America, but this time the NWSL with the Portland Thorns 2023 away kit. Look at it, man. It is beautiful. Much like the Club America shirt we looked at, in my humble opinion. It's got those centralized logos with some nice designs across the body of the shirt. It looks wonderful. Portland Thorns have a really nice badge. I'm a huge fan of that. I think the design elements around the shirt just really elevate it. You've got the rose designs on the sleeves, you've got the rose thorns and the dagger on the body of the shirt. It just looks wonderful. It is like a work of art on a football shirt, and it would have to be in the dry fit version, because just look at it, man. It is beautiful. You've got everything centralized. Just wow. That's all I can say. It's just a wow kit. And we've got one more American shirt. I do apologize, but they have some very nice kits. And this is the 1998 New York Metro Stars. So the New York Metro Stars, or the New Jersey Metro Stars, soon became the New York Red Bulls, and their shirts haven't been the same since this design, because you can't beat it. It's a red shirt with black and yellow stripes. The Metro Stars slap bang in the middle with their very sick badge as well. It's one of your retro Nike shirts, and it just looks wonderful. Huge fan of this. One of the best kits from the MLS in my opinion. Yeah, I'd love to see the New York Red Bulls replicate this shirt, because it looks wonderful. But they just wouldn't hit the same because they are not the Metro Stars. Alright, we'll move on to international shirts now, and we're going to kick it off with the 2020 England home kit. Now yes, I do have this shirt, but it was a fake, so I want to get an authentic version at some point. But I just think this is one of the best England shirts in recent times, you know, centralised England badge, centralised Nike tick, some of those cool stripes along the side of the shirt, and a very nice collar as well. Both of which have a line design sublimated within there, which I didn't notice originally, but it's there and it looks cool. Of course, we've got the great memories of the 2020 Euros final, which we unfortunately lost, but it was a brilliant campaign. I think got most of the nation interested and believing in England once again under Southgate. Yeah, it's a shame it didn't work out, but it's a very nice kit and one I'd love to get my hands on as a proper version. Sticking with the England theme, we've also got the 2024 home kit. Now this shirt has grown on me a lot since it was released, and yeah, it just looks nice. You know, it's got a lovely clean design, the England badge and Nike tick in their traditional positions. I prefer it centralized, but it works on this shirt. Now that collar originally I wasn't a fan of, but I've really come to like it. It stays fixed down here, but you can still move it up and down as you would a normal collar. It's got the controversial England badge on the back, but I don't mind that. Yeah, I think white and navy looks very cool. A little bit of red on there as well. Solid kit. Would have to get Gibbs white on the back. MGW7 or MGW17. Who knows? Either way, it looks lovely. And the font as well on the print is brilliant. And then we're going to back in time to the 1988 Soviet Union third shirt. Now, I'll let you to a little spoiler here. You're going to see quite a few Soviet era shirts in this list because they cooked, honestly. And this is a prime example of that cook sesh. Look at it, man. It's got the classic Ipswich template in the red of the Soviet Union. Massive CCP across the front and that lovely Soviet badge as well. I feel like I have to say this nowadays, but I'm not a fan of the Soviet Union. I don't support the Soviet Union or what they did in the past. I'm not a communist, but this shirt looks very nice. But yeah, very solid kit. As well as this, the 91-92 Soviet Union home kit and the away kit from the same season. Just look at the design, man. It is fucking crazy. There's a lot going on here for both shirts, but I think it's very nice. It's very funky design, very abstract. My only qualm or issue with the kit is the block around the Soviet badge. I don't like that. Everything else though, looks lovely on both the home and the away shirt. The same template, colour's been switched a bit, looks wonderful. And it's a very interesting badge as well, I must say. Okay, I promise this is the final Soviet shirt, but it's the 91-92 Yugoslavia home kit. I love it. Big fan of this design. Love the blue, very nice shade of blue they've gone with here. The Adidas stripes on the sleeves are red and blue. Yeah, it just looks really nice. I'm a big fan of the design within the blue elements of the kit. The white sleeves look lovely as well, with a little bit of red piping separating the two. And that badge is very nice. I do like it. Again, I'm not a communist, but it does look nice. They cooked with some of the designs, I must say. I lied. This is the final Soviet shirt. It's the 1988 East Germany away kit. Wow. Again, it's the Ipswich template, but this time in a very nice blue colour with a lovely collar to go with it. Yeah, just look at it, man. It is very nice. The badge isn't great. It does stick out like a sore thumb against the body of the shirt, but I'll forgive it because it's the communist colours of communist East Germany. The DDR, again, not the biggest fan of, but it was their logo at the time, so I can't really fault it. Very solid shirt. The Soviets cooked with their shirt designs, man. They didn't cook with much else, but definitely shirt designs. And there are many kits I'm looking for from players, so I'm just going to run through those quickly. So I love a Spanish shirt with Torres on the back, one of my favourite players ever. Also a Spanish shirt with Fabregas on the back, although I do now own a Fabregas shirt, which I'll probably reveal in a kit collection video later in the year. I love an Earnshaw Forest shirt, as well as a Matty Cash Forest shirt. Some of my favourite players to ever play for Forest, so I'd love to get their names on the back of a kit at some point. Either a 2021 or 10-11 Barcelona home shirt with Messi on the back, or the 16-17 one. 2021-22 Argentina home shirt with Messi on the back as well. Obviously, he won the World Cup with that kit. A 23-24 Real Madrid home shirt with Bellingham on the back, you know, Bellagol. And then a 1996 England home shirt or away shirt with Pierce on the back. One of my favourite players to play for Forest and England. What a man. But yeah, I've been O2GT and that's been my football shirt wish list. So if any of you wanted to buy me shirts, you know what to go for. Size large, please. Or XL if you're buying a Kappa kit. And yeah, I shall see you guys in the next video. Maybe leave a comment with your favourite shirt, either on my list or a shirt that you're looking to buy in the future down below. I'd love to see what you guys are looking to get. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.